Hello, everybody. Today is January 10th. It's a Thursday. Come on, Friday. I'm waiting for Friday. It's about 9:30, and I just woke up a little while ago. I've been on Facebook a little bit. Still trying to wake up. I basically, this will be an update of everything that's happened from August up until current. My sleep pattern is off because David works 12-hour shifts at the hospital, so it's hard for me to sleep at night, so I stay up, and then when he sleeps during the day, pretty much, I don't try to sleep during the day, but that's usually end up how it happens. So this go around, I'm going to talk about my personal training page, my Facebook, my YouTube, what I'm going to do with that, and what happened, what's going on with us moving again, and why, and the neighbors. The neighbors. Our dogs, because we don't have our dogs anymore. And kind of like going back to the gym and doing certain things. So, on my personal training page, thank you everybody for liking that. I'm still trying to get my fingers wet with that. It was more towards the end of the year, I think, when I got that going. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to try to explore some things with that. I think maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to do a video down on Clearwater Beach. I'm trying to put some things together with it, but I'm going to be I'll be a lot more active with it this year than what I have been in the past. I'm going to try to put things up there. If there's anything that you want to see, post in the comments below, and I'll check it. I'm not really on Facebook that much, but the page I probably will be, because as summer gets closer, I live in Florida, so I like to be outside. Don't hate. You want to. So that's what's going on with the personal training page. I do get over there and I try to check it, see what's going on with it. Let's see what else. Basically, we're moving again. We live in a one-bedroom apartment. David and I have had houses and stuff like that, but because of my job situation, and I mean he makes enough money, but it's just we don't need a big house. There's just two of us, and he works 12-hour shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So. And obviously, if I were to work, like, say, to 3 to 11 or something like that, I mean, a house is, for us, it's a lot to take care of. I mean, we're not ready for that kind of responsibility yet. We've had it before, and for me, because I'm the stay-at-home, husband, whatever, it was kind of overwhelming. So, we're not ready. We're not going to do a house right now. So, we opted to do an apartment. It's a couple blocks from downtown Clearwater. It's just funny, kind of like how one door, when I was posting this on Facebook the other day about how one door closes and another door opens. If you've ever, I don't know if any of you have ever lived in Florida or not, but especially like near the ocean, a lot of landlords are very bitchy. I'm sorry, a lot of them would like to see first class security, and if you have pets, they want a non-refundable pet deposit because of somebody having a pit bull or a Rottweiler, and it's tore things up. So, one bad apple is going to ruin the whole bunch for everybody. I have had a toy fox terrier, and David had a Pomeranian. Of course, I don't know if y'all know, I went to a breeder in Oklahoma City 2-3 years ago, took my car out there, got this dog for him for Valentine's Day, and because of me not working, the money thing is kind of tight, but it's, for an example, a $800 a month apartment would cost us about $4,500 to get into, roughly. Because a lot of people down on the beach are, well, we'd like to have a $500 non-refundable pet deposit per dog. And I'm like, okay, I understand where you're coming from with that, but it's all tile floors, and my dog is like 5 pounds. He's smaller than a bag of sugar. So after we got to talking about it, we opted to just go ahead and give them to a better home, so that way he can more focus on school. I mean, he's back in school this semester. I'm still trying to do my personal training thing, get back to, doing what I have to do, actively looking for work, not saying that the dogs were a problem, but like, the dogs obviously require work. They have to go outside, they have to be walked, which is fine. So that's what we opted to do with that. The neighbors that we have, they are, and I'm not racist before I even say this, I'm not racist by any means. Black, white, Jewish, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever. But the neighbors, They're very rude. I haven't witnessed everything that David has because when I was on vacation to Missouri, I left in August. They moved in at the beginning of July. So the fun stuff had just started after I left. They rolled up in a big old semi. Apparently they had a house before they moved here. Their son is in a band, which I'm all for that. That's great. They have a grand piano. They got trumpets. They've got horns. They've got speakers, drums. I mean, you name it, they've got it. So apparently while I was in Hannibal, Missouri, they were slamming doors, doing the loud music, whatever. Of course, they told us when they moved in they were going to be loud. And in case you're wondering, I live in a triplex. I don't live in like an apartment or whatever. It basically, at one time, I think it was a huge house. So our apartment butts up to their kitchen, basically. They've got the bigger 2-bedroom, and then on that side of the house, we have a 1-bedroom. Which another lady lives there, but she's always quiet. So, piecing it together, went home for the high school class reunion, got to see a lot of peeps. That was fun. Had my car and everything, had my little Lincoln, everything was going good with that. Got to Hannibal, started working a couple days after I was there. I'm trying to remember what else happened. Oh, so I started working, everything was great, and Mom had asked me to stay, until the end of the year, January-ish, whatever, and I told her that I would. So I ended up, one night out in front of the house, clumsy me, I tore 2 ligaments in my right foot. Had to go to the hospital, had it all looked at. Well, anyway, the nursing home that I was working at would not hold my position. So there again, I'm out of a job. And right at that point, my stepsister needed a car, so I decided to sell her my car, and I ended up buying the Toyota, which I have now. So that's why the whole transition with the car thing happened. She didn't have a car, and I just thought it'd be a good idea. Even though she hasn't paid me for it, it's like, whatever. I mean, she can have the car. It was just an older car anyway. It was just, the car was there to serve the purpose when Dave and I didn't have one. We fixed it up, got rid of it, whatever. Now I got a Toyota Camry, ain't going nowhere. Car's fine. Car situation. Oh, so anyway, David got rid of his car. He had a town car as well, and it had air. It did not have air, I'm sorry. So we had went to a dealership and we bought this old Crown Victoria. I think a couple of you have seen it that I posted it on Facebook. Basically what happened was we bought the car. The first night we had it, the motor blew up. It had a warranty on it, and we had it towed back to the dealership. He didn't want to honor the warranty. So it was financed through David's credit union. And basically David said, we're not going to do anything with this car. I don't want to do nothing with it. The guy's not going to honor it. And we thought there was something with the lemon law with that. But, when he had called a couple of attorneys, they said there was nothing we could do. Well, we checked into it. Now we can. So we're in the works with that too. Let's see, what else? So I have decided to go back to school this fall. A lot of you know that I was in school to be an RN. David started at the same time I did. And I don't know why, but I thought all across the board that all colleges were the same when it came to classes that you take. Not so. What really got me going with this was a lady at the hospital. Because I go up, if you ever see me post on Facebook, I'm going up to have lunch with David at 2 in the morning, or if I'm dropping David off at work, whatever, because his work is just right down the road. I was leaving his job one night, and we were talking about, he was training a girl who was going to another college that was, 40 miles up the road. The one that I had been talking